Director General of the Icelandic Tourism Board. Welcome. Now, rounding out our panel very nicely, let's give a very warm welcome to Anouk van Ekelen, who is the Director of Destination Development for the Netherlands Board of Tourism and Conventions. So, Ambassador Michael, it's now over to you. Thank you. Just a quick mention about Professor Alessandra Priante. I was talking about a video from her, but apparently she might actually be here. I've just been told we will be playing a video right now. Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, for today.
Good morning. It is an absolute pleasure and an honor to address you on the occasion of the Global Tourism Forum Annual Meeting 2025. Which is gathering all of you in beautiful Brussels. I'm very sorry that I cannot be with you in person, but unfortunately previous commitments put me somewhere else in the world. Isn't this what tourism is all about? I am very honored that I was asked to address the audience today because this gives me the pleasure to join in this very important platform, not only tourism leaders, but ministers, global CEOs, visionary individuals who have led the way in leading the reflection, the elaborations of where tourism is going in the coming years. Tourism is now playing a pivotal role in modern economy, not only for the already existing tourism economies, but mainly for the developing ones, because tourism is a positive economic driving force, which not only creates benefits to those who operate with it, but also for the destinations that are involved in the tourism sector. Yes, I'm already sensing what many of you are thinking. You are thinking about the so-called overtourism. Problems that can be generated by tourism. Well, let me just tell you that tourism in itself, it is only able to bring positive impact. It becomes negative only when we abdicate on our major role, especially as institutions, as leaders in the tourism sector, which is to let go of control, which is to let go of forecasting, which is to bypass the importance of data and the use in the decision-making process. We have all the possibilities nowadays, with technology advancing, with innovation, digitalization to the top, with the introduction of the complex elaborations through AI. We have no more excuse. We have all the tools to be able to forecast, to design, to understand where tourism is going, how we can influence the direction where tourism is going, and mostly how we can benefit all the existing tourism destinations and the rising one to become really sustainable from inception. So not necessarily going through the same path that our traditional destinations have gone through, but just being born as sustainable, and most likely being born as responsible and accessible and with a great impact in the future of the local communities. So, having said this, Italy has recorded a very important result this year, which is we have achieved the rise in let's say, the ladder of the top 5, especially when it comes to tourism stays, not just arrivals, and impact to GDP. Tourism expenses have risen considerably. We are now the favorite destination for the American tourists. We've seen a big rise in the South American tourists as well, and we remain a core destination for Europe. We are by far the most desired destination in the world, But this clearly comes with a lot of responsibility, because it's our responsibility to make sure that this tourism that is bringing such a positive drive and change, that is letting Italy become one of the most important luxury wellness destinations, the number one destination in Europe for MICE tourism, and all the rest actually includes everyone, leaving no one behind, and making sure that the internal areas, the less known destinations, the villages, the lesser known airports, secondary airports, is all part of the equation. That no one gets left behind, because tourism really has how to transform, but the way we transform it has to be sustainable for all. So having said this, I'm really looking forward to hearing what everyone else is going to bring into this discussion, and I'm really, really at your disposal. All the best.
Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great honor for me to moderate this distinguished panel of representatives from three, let me say, heavyweights in what concerns tourism. Italy, we just heard Professor Priante, the Netherlands, and Iceland. So I want to thank the World Tourism Forum Institute for allowing me this privilege. Let me briefly introduce to you our two speakers who are in person present here today. Mrs. Anouk van Ekkeren, who is the Director of the Destination and Development at the Netherlands Board of Tourism and Conventions, previously a politician. She knew better than that and moved on to tourism. With her team, she is driving innovation and stimulates sustainable development in this very, very attractive destination that is Netherlands. So we will be very eager to hear your views on the future of tourism as we expect it to be. My second guest is Mr. Arnar Mar Olafsson. I hope I pronounce your name correctly, sir. He has been serving as Director General of the Icelandic Tourist Board since 2023, but has a huge, decades-long experience in Icelandic tourism, which is becoming very fashionable nowadays. Iceland is one of the hot spots in what concerns global tourism. He has been also active in tourism research and education. So I believe we couldn't have more appropriate speakers to talk to us about the future of tourism, which is actually also the theme of this panel. Let me say that when we are talking about the future, we have to think also about the present, because this is upon which the future will be based. And to tell you the truth, I have the feeling that for almost 30 years after the end of the Cold War, we have been living with the assumption of ever greater openness, cheap and many flights, being able to travel all over the world, cheap visas, and so on. But today's reality, I believe, is somewhat different, and we heard many of the issues and problems from the previous speakers. It is perhaps, let me say, from the one side encouraging, but from the other side it's also, I believe, discouraging